from Free Press beat writer Dave Burkett. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Tony Ortiz. For more, go to 971theticket.com. Jamie and Stoney on 97.1 The Ticket. Jamie and Stoney. Jeff Rieger is in for Stoney today. The Tigers will close out the four-game series in Cleveland tonight. Matthew Boyd and Trevor Bauer, the scheduled starters. Joining us now is Tiger manager Ron Gardenhire here on 97.1 The Ticket. Ron, good morning. How you doing today?
Good morning. How we doing?
Good. We obviously appreciate the time. We know you guys are in a tough stretch. I know you've been in a tough stretch for a while now. Is it just you keep repeating the same message to these guys? Just you got to battle each day at a time?
That's what we're trying to do. You know what? You just go day by day and keep fighting. We're playing a good team here in Cleveland, and you know, we put up a fight, a couple of pitches here and there, and it goes their way. They're really good. They're doing a lot of good things. So you just got to keep going out there and playing. I appreciate the fact that we're just starting to play up, getting after the game. We're just an out man. And you know what? We competed, turned low pretty good last night against a good team, and that's a big thing for us, getting them back out there and making them grow well. So, you just kind of look at the little things that go well. Fortunately, we just keep losing really, really hard.
The night before, you guys obviously had a brutal night with the weather delay and then the one-hit game thrown by Cleveland. And so, in that sense, you mentioned the battling. I mean, you guys got down early again last night, but then battled back and made it close in the late innings. Is that kind of what you're referring to? That's what heartened you a little bit?
Well, we just got to keep playing, and they're trying, and believe me, it's hard. It's tough on everybody, and you know, we know where we're at, and we got to figure out a way to try to win some ball games, and when you're playing really good teams, it's those guys are on a mission. They're trying to catch the Twins, and we're up there, you know, just giving it everything we have, and like I said, we're just outmanned. We don't, you know, we get beat up, and we're not swinging great. We go through a stretch where we're hitting the ball and you start feeling good about it, and then we go back into a little funk. So, and that's mostly because they're pitching. The pitching was pretty good last night.
Hey, Ron, yesterday when Joe Jimenez, who had been pretty good, he only gave up one run in the last 6 outings before yesterday, but when he had a tough 8th inning, the Fox Sports Detroit camera showed you and you were looking down. I know this has got to be tough on you. I know you're focused on the players, but what about yourself? Is this the toughest experience you've been through in your managerial career?
Yeah. I mean, we've been through some pretty rough ones when I managed over there, and the other one at the end, it got pretty tough, and we, you know, didn't have much pitching or anything, but this is definitely, you know, not winning. I mean, you're really struggling going long stretches without winning ball games. It's really hard for myself and the staff because we're at the ballpark early and we spend all day, you know, trying to get these guys prepared to play, and the game goes on and it just, you know, it's just not going our way. Yeah, it is, but you gotta, you know, kind of keep up a good attitude, and we do that. And, you know, at the end of the day, you end up looking at the ceiling at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's every night. And those are the hard times. Just trying to figure out what can I do, how can I help this situation out. And you just got to keep a positive attitude in the clubhouse every day and go around, and that's what we try to do. I wish, you know, you could say, well, these guys don't care, but they do care. The players care, and they feel it. We're just, like I said, we just don't have, you know, as much talent as some of the other teams right now. We got a bunch of young guys trying to fight their way through it, trying to learn, and it's really hard right now.
We're talking to Tiger manager Ron Gardenhire here, 97.1 The Ticket. Tigers Indians tonight, game 4 of the 4-game series. When you're outmanned, like you're saying, and you almost have to play perfect games at times to beat a good team like the Indians. And so you have, like, you know, yesterday, Candelario hits a ball down the line, drives in Castellanos, but then gets thrown out trying to go to second. You know, base running, little things like that. Is that the most frustrating? I mean, I'm sure there's about a 96-way tie for first of things that are frustrating you right now, but is it the mental mistakes? Is it almost like, look, guys, we're outmanned, so we can't be making mental mistakes?
Well, that's the problem is, you know, every time we make a mistake, it seems like we pay for it. Like if we miss a play, it turns into 2 or 3 runs, and those are the frustrating things is every time we make a mistake, something, you know, it turns into a negative for us as far as, you know, runs against us or whatever, or opportunities for us to actually, add on and score more. But that's part of the game. I mean, we've got to learn from this, and these guys have to keep playing and learn from some of this stuff. And you know what? We sit there and talk about it all the time. We talk to the infielders, we talk to the outfielders, we talk to, the pitchers about, all kinds of stuff, and that's all we can do. And like I said, hopefully, these guys are learning, but more than anything else, it's every night losing. We have to win some games. I mean, you win a game and you feel like you're on top of the world, and we've got to start winning ball games. That's the only way to really get out of the funk, is start putting together, 2 or 3 wins in a row, and we haven't been able to do that, and that's the frustrating part. I haven't been through a stretch like this.
Hey, Ron, you look at tonight's matchup, Matthew Boyd going for you, and I think every time Boyd is on the mound, people ask themselves, is this the last time Boyd pitches as a Tiger? I know you're not the GM, but Boyd, Castellanos has been hitting the ball real well, and obviously your all-star Shane Green. How confident are you that these guys won't be here after that deadline, and what does that mean for your team if you do trade a couple guys? Might we see some younger guys that fans want to see?
Well, you know what? We all know about those young guys, and Al's not going to push the envelope with, some of our young guys, with the pitching especially part. We got to give them their time. So you're going to see some other players here. Obviously, at the end in September, we're going to get some of these guys up here, but the Mannings and guys like that, I doubt it. But we're going to see some different players come up, in September for sure, and that'll be fun. But we're letting these guys do the thing. They need to develop. They don't need to get up here and get beat up. But there's some players in AAA that will definitely get a chance to come up here, towards September and stuff like that. We just got to make sure that we don't rush them into a situation where they get beat up and don't let them develop. You can't do that. I mean, as tough as it is up here right now, you got to hang with it. You just got to do the things that we're doing right now, is working every day and trying to make these guys better and let those kids develop. Let them, when they get here, they'll get here, and that'll be good for them. But we don't want to put them in a bad situation.
Update on Jacoby Jones, Ron. Do you expect to have him back tomorrow night in Detroit?
Yeah, he's doing good. He'll need us. We talked about him playing 3 or 4 games and getting plenty of swings and making sure that back's okay, so we don't run into a situation where we had with Griner, where Griner, went down and said he was fine, he was playing, and then he all of a sudden now he's out for a pretty good while. We didn't want to do that, so it was the right thing. Let Jacoby go down and get some swings, and he should join us tomorrow if everything goes good.
Hey, Ron, I'm sure you've seen the forecast, but you guys return home tomorrow. It is supposed to be awful as far as the heat is concerned at Comerica Park over the weekend. I'm still sure good crowds will show up, but how do you prepare your team to play in conditions like that? I mean, we're talking 107, 110 after you factor everything in.
Yeah, we're talking about it here today, too, being smoking out. And, when you're playing every day, it's tough. And you got to really be careful with these guys. You kind of limit the time on the field, before the game. We'll probably hit in the cages and stuff like that, stay out the field for batting practice and all the little things like that. And that's about as good as you can do. Once the game starts, you got to go out and play, and it's going to be the same for both teams. And you know what? You just have to be careful with them. Make sure that, they're hydrated and all those things, the players. It's going to be hot. I saw that, I grew up down in Oklahoma. We had a lot of that. But this humidity, that's the tough part. So I think you just be careful. Like I said, we're not gonna push the envelope with all the extra work and all that stuff.
Last question, and I can probably predict your answer, but since we last talked to you, you may have heard that a professional baseball player stole first base for the first time ever. Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that rule change?
Holy cow! You know what? It's kind of interesting to see them trying different things, but I don't like the idea of the human element going out of the game as far as umpires and all those things. That's always been, the greatest part. Some of these rule changes, wow! I hear it. I'm glad I'm old and I'm almost done.
You don't want the thought of Miggy trying to steal first, huh?
No, I don't like that. It would be, if I could have done it when I played, I would have liked that because I needed to. But a lot of people don't.
All right. Hey, Ron, always appreciate appreciate the time, especially during the tough circumstances. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Ron.
All right, guys, I appreciate it.
Thanks. Ron Gardenhire, Tiger manager, joining us here on 97.1 The Ticket.
Todd Wenzel Buick GMC is celebrating Independence Day all month long with their huge sign and drive sales event going on now through the end of the month. 0 down, 0 security deposit, only your first month payment due at signing. There's really no better time to buy than right now. Take advantage of fantastic lease deals going on at Todd Wenzel Buick GMC, where you can lease a redesigned GMC Sierra Elevation Edition for just $259 a month with 0 down and 0 security deposit. All fees and taxes are included. All you need is your first payment. Or you can lease a beautiful GMC Sierra Limited Elevation Edition for only $219 a month with only your first month payment due at signing. All fees and taxes are included. So if you're in need of a new vehicle, now is the perfect time to head to Todd Wenzel Buick GMC in Westland. The fantastic team at Todd Wenzel Buick GMC will treat you just like family, and they're going to make your car buying experience a great one. Todd Wenzel Buick GMC is conveniently located at the corner of Ford and Wayne Road in Westland. Or, of course, you can go online and shop their entire inventory at ToddWenzelWestland.com. That's ToddWenzelWestland.com. Todd Wenzel Buick GMC is open this Saturday for sales from 10 to 3 and for service from 9 to 2. We are professional grade.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This traffic update sponsored by Mastercraft Heating and Cooling. Watching right now along eastbound I-96 at Beck Road. We have an accident there. Cars have moved off to the shoulder. Northbound 275 at M14. Right shoulder blocked by an accident there. In Macomb County, an accident investigation underway on County Line Road. It's closed in both directions between 27 and 28 Mile Road until further notice. For same-day service of your air conditioning or plumbing, call Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. 37 years in the business, A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, 800-924-2123, mastercraftheating.com. I'm Tracy McCaskill in the WWJ 24-hour traffic center.
North Bloomfield Properties is the area's most recommended full-service property management team. They're experts in advertising, cleaning, maintaining, and repairing your rental property. Enjoy your weekends again. Visit northbloomfield.com.
Properties, experts you can trust.
Say it again.
This week, 10 for 10 is back at Meijer. Get over 1,500 family favorites for just $1. Like fresh bell peppers, Kellogg's Pop-Tarts, Oscar Mayer Lunchables, and select trial or travel size products from brands like Dove and Sesame, and so much more. For just $1 each at Meijer. Mix or match 10 items to get the 11th free. Why pay more? Exclusion supply. See all the deals at Meijer.com or in the Meijer app.
I came here with a lot of questions, and what attracted me was that I met a lot of different people who could help.
It's close by, has the program I want, just what I was looking for in college.
I have a lot of different resources that can help me in different ways, and that helped my decision to come to Henry Ford College.
They're helping me save money toward my future, basically.
I am focused.
I am confident.
I am prepared.
I am future-driven.
I am future-driven.
I am future-driven. Turn your drive into a future-focused degree at Henry Ford College. A new semester starts soon. Apply now at hfcc.edu.
Summertime's great, but just because the temps are high doesn't mean your energy bill has to be. Take some simple, low-cost tips from DTE, like changing your air filter every 3 months to make sure your HVAC system isn't wasting energy, or install and properly set a programmable thermostat to save about $180 a year. You can keep the family cool and keep your energy bill low. For more tips, head to dteenergy.com/saveenergy. DTE. If you rent, you might not be able to change much about your home, but DTE can still help you save on your energy bill. We have tons of low and no-cost tips that are good for the environment and help you save money. For example, switching your 5 most frequently used lights to Energy Star bulbs could save you nearly $50 a year. So start saving today. Visit dteenergy.com/saveenergy. DTE. Are kids better off in an intact family? You bet they are. This is Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Kids living in a household with married parents do better in school, they're emotionally healthier, and they're more likely to stay out of trouble with the law. If you're in a troubled marriage, of course you should do everything you can to save your marriage, if only for your kids' sake. This includes considering alternatives to divorce. Of
Of course, in some circumstances, divorce is unavoidable. In either case, if you're a man facing a crisis in your marriage, let us help you at Cordell & Cordell. Remember, we're the partner men can count on.
The attorneys at Cordell & Cordell work to help men maximize their role in their children's lives, which includes protecting men's financial means to do so. Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Detroit area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 313-465-1999. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Offices in Troy and Ann Arbor.
This Saturday night, don't miss the biggest pay-per-view fight of the summer. Fighting Saturday. The great Manny Pacquiao faces hard-hitting Keith one-time Thurman for the World Welterweight Championship. Manny Pacquiao's a legend, but Keith Thurman coming for him. To become a legend, you have to be a legend. Pacquiao Thurman, Saturday at 9 Eastern. Order now. Live on pay-per-view. Also available on the Fox Sports app. Xfinity customers can order now by going to Xfinity.com/boxing or just say boxing at your Xfinity voice remote. Motown Harley's pre-owned red tag sale this week. Hundreds of Harleys tagged with liquidation pricing. Good credit, bad credit, no credit. 100% of applications accepted. Save thousands this week. Only at Motown Harley's pre-owned red tag sale. It ends this Sunday. Approved credit.
Got something to add? Text 971 the ticket now at 97136. Ticket text brought to you by LaFontaine Toyota. Home of the family deal. Find over 5,000 new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs daily at FamilyDeal.com. The Detroit Tigers play the Cleveland Indians. Pre-game tonight at 6:45 on 97.1 The Ticket.
The 2-2 swing the line drive to the right field line. That's a base hit. Castellanos looked like he got a late break around third. He's coming home. The throw's cut off by Santana. They'll get Candelario going to second base, but Castellanos scores. Tigers are on the board on the 2-out single from Jamer Candelario.
Tigers lose last night, as you know, to the Indians 7-2. Thanks to Ron Gardenhire for joining us. We have a couple of previous items from the show that we need to kind of readdress here real quick. In the segment right before Gardy came on, we were discussing the request by Consumers Energy to have people raise their thermostats to 60 or 78 degrees during these next few days when it's going to be extremely hot in Metro Detroit.
Oh, come on.
I know, Heather. I know you're not a big fan of it. And you have said that you keep your house at, 68?
Yes, and then it will, 70, I guess, and then 65 at night.
Okay. Gov, do me a favor. Turn around behind you and read to us, what does the thermostat currently say in the studio? 73 degrees. Now, Paul Serra and Greg Hargrave pointed this out. Heather, you come into the studio like you are going on a Alaskan Eskimo expedition.
I know.
I mean, you wear jackets, you wear blankets.
I know.
I mean, I think if you could, you'd wear a hat.
I would.
And yet so it's 73 degrees. Like today, I know the studio can get really cold sometimes.
Yeah.
I'd say it's perfectly comfortable today, right?
I'm going to say with Heather on one thing. It's hot outside, but I wore a little hoodie myself.
I know.
Because this studio, I don't think that reading is proper.
It goes in waves.
I don't think it's correct. It's really
either.
cold in here all the time.
Okay, but why would you keep your house at 65?
But she's got blankets on.
So at 60, I like to cover with blankets. I want to have my comforter. We have another blanket that I guess I throw on the floor once in a while, but I like to be bundled when I sleep.
Okay.
A lot of people like to sleep.
And I like it to be really cold. I'm so much more comfortable in a cold room than I am in a hot room, like a 78-degree room.
Gotcha. But
At
I'm
night.
just saying, you've said to us many times on and off the air.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm quoting you here. I'm always cold.
I am always cold.
Maybe it's because you keep your house so flippin' cold that you are chilled to the bone.
But I really do like to bundle. So I am most comfortable. I get home, I've got a hoodie on. If I'm sitting on the couch, I've got a blanket on. I like to be
in the summertime?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's personal.
Heather, do you know what this is?
You're kind of supporting my point, though.
This is the Jamie Samuelson diversion tactic. He's trying to turn the tables on you so we stop talking about the fact that he keeps his house at 78 constantly. Yes.
I'd rather be cold than in the house than it be too hot.
Oh, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Some ticket text 97136. My house is 77, and my neighbor is like Heather. They have an AC guy there every year doing some sort of repair in the summertime. I'm with Heather. 78 is way too hot. I keep my thermostat at 72 day and night. My AC is set at 78 as well. My kids wanted 74, but I freeze. I will lower it for them occasionally, but I have to go outside to the deck to warm up.
Wow, that's a hot-blooded man or woman right there.
Jamie uses turn signals as well as hand signals when he changes lanes. That's from Elijah blasting the AC. Screw 78. I'm kicking it 69 at night. Whoa. Hey, that's between you and your spouse.
Good for you. Keep that sex life alive. Wait, what? Oh,
I'll make up for it by keeping it at 62 during next year's polar vortex. We haven't had AC in a decade.
Wow.
It sucks really bad for a few weeks in the summer, but the basement is cool. Last summer we broke it out, or we finally broke down and put a window unit in my screen front door because it was the only window it would work in. It looked ridiculous, but I hate summer. Would have it 65. It was up to me. That's from Anthony.
Who hates summer?
Wait, then why don't just get an air conditioning unit? I don't understand.
He just did. He said they got a window
Okay,
unit.
good.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, he says it looks bad.
Yeah.
Which
Get a real one then.
I think he said.
Why not get an actual air conditioner?
I think
Central Air is very expensive, Heather.
I've never looked into it. I don't know.
Isn't it about a $4,000, $5,000 job?
I think so. Yeah.
Probably more than that.
It says here, I hate summer. Would have it 65. It was up to me. I think he means it would have it 65 outside.
Oh, got
Not
it. Got it. I
65
was
in
like,
the
well,
house.
then
Yeah.
invest.
Also, it just came across the Newswire, and by Newswire, it was a website I was looking at, that and this is, I swear to God, ripped from today's headlines, a 250-pound tortoise
There we go.
that wandered away from its home has been rescued after California Highway Patrol officers found it on the side of the road.
Hello.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hello.
I'm all plugged up and my eyes swollen shut.
Nice.
I want you guys to be really careful. It's
We're,
because it's super hot.
we're about 10 minutes away from home.
Are you coming home for the day?
Not for the day. I forgot my wallet.
Oh. Do I have to get out of bed yet?
No. We're at Old Orchard Trail in Commerce.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll see you shortly.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
I love you.
Love you.
Okay, baby.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And then one other thing I wanted to mention, and I wanted to mention this on the air just so I could get Gov's generic reaction when I read this story. I don't think you have this in your news, Heather, but if you do, I apologize because I'm stealing some thunder.
Okay.
But this came from Berkeley, California, not Berkeley, Michigan. Berkeley, California. Snowflake hotbed. Okay, you ready for this?
City go home.
Berkeley. No. I'm not from Berkeley. City Council voted yesterday to remove the following terms from the city. Manholes, chairman, manpower, policeman, or policewoman. That's right. In the city of Berkeley, California, those metal things that are on the
They're
road.
called people holes. What are they going to call them?
Holes? I have no idea.
Covers?
Yes.
That's offensive too, holes, because
I mean, what do you call
I
them?
mean,
Why is that offensive?
They'll call them underground entry points.
Oh, well, that's...
I don't know. I just made that up.
why?
What's the acronym for that?
Because, Tom, women are so offended by the term manhole. Don't you talk to Kelly all the time and she goes, if there's one thing I could change in this world, it's the misogynistic way they refer to those holes in the road. Right? Don't everybody?
Yeah, I mean, we have deep conversations.
Oh, it drives them crazy.
That's
right,
ridiculous. Yeah, I'm furious right now.
Living.
Actually, I'm very happy
Right.
for Californians.
Well, didn't you work in a street crew for a while and you always told the people
Yeah.
on your crew, you're like, I'm going to go down to the woman hole? Yeah.
Always said that.
I was like,
Although that kind of different connotations.
I know, like in Ohio, there's Mansfield, Ohio. Like, are there cities out in California that have man in it?
People's Field.
I mean, I get the police, just say police officer.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm a police officer and somebody's like, hey, policeman, I'd be like, well, hold on.
I mean, why is it San Diego? It should be San Diego.
Good point.
What?
How do we feel about
No, because it's at the O's and with the
Spanish,
Latin-
yes, yeah.
Latin was on there, Mexicans.
Okay, San Francisco.
Yeah.
The city voted Tuesday.
Where does this end? That's my point.
The city voted Tuesday night to replace gender terms in its municipal codes. The manhole will now be called a maintenance hole.
Okay.
And manpower will now be called human effort.
What's the human effort on that? That is a good-looking ride right there. What's the human effort on it?
It's like it took probably about 40 or 50 hours of human efforts to replace that wall or something.
Are we still gonna?
So are people going to be fined if they're caught using manhole?
It's a great question.
Like, what's the repercussions of using?
Yes. Berkeley's municipal code currently contains mostly masculine pronouns, the office of the city manager said in a letter to the mayor and the city council. Having a male-centric municipal code is inaccurate and not reflective of our reality. Okay.
How do they feel about referring to cars as women? People do it all the time. She's a beaut.
Yeah, no, unacceptable.
And that's no longer okay.
Yeah.
Do they still drive cars out there?
Good point. Horse carriage.
No, they're working on the flying cars, just in honor of Stoney. They want to get those in place.
How do you feel that your hometown wants to do this?
I'm not from Berkeley.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not my hometown. How dare you? That'd be like saying, are you from Clarkston?
No, I don't get offended like you seem to get offended by Berkeley, though.
I'm not
like,
offended.
Do San Franciscoans get offended by Berkeleyans?
I'm sure San Francisco's on the next. They're going to be the next ones to do this. It'll be next. All right, it is 9:30. When we come back, Heather Park has news. Jamie and Stoney with Rieger in for Stoney on 97.1 The Tickets.
24 Seconds Bar and Grill in Berkeley is the place to be for everything sports. Saturday night it's Bacal versus Thurman, the featherweight title bout. Then make your plans for UFC 240, Edgar versus Holloway. 24 Seconds in Berkeley, where the food is great, service is great, and parking is free. 24secondsbar.com.
Hey, Rich, nothing says summer quite like a new Jeep Wrangler at employee pricing.
Hello, how about a Ram truck employee pricing? A trailer in the boat. Now that's summer.
Well, at least we agree on giving employee pricing to everyone. Saving thousands in minutes makes car buyers happy.
Tanya, employee pricing for everyone makes me happy too. Pick out any Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram you want. Here's your employee price with your super low payment. It's a win-win for everyone.
Over mileage on your lease or upside down in your loan? Lalonde Land, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram helps people just like you every day.
Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Lalonde's lenient lenders will get you approved, and you still qualify for employee pricing. Come see me, Rich.
And me, Tanya.
During the summer of Jeep sales event.
At the all-new Lalonde Land, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram on M53 in beautiful Imlay City, Michigan.
Call 810-724-0444 or click LalandePricing.com. I apologize for my behavior in this Walmart grocery pickup commercial because I just got my groceries and I'm hungry. When you pick up groceries this fresh, you just gotta eat, am I right? And I didn't have time to shop in store, so I ordered online when it was convenient and then used free curbside pickup to get these baby carrots brought to me without even leaving my car. No extra charge and freshness guaranteed. Speaking of fresh. Oh man, try not to order when you're hungry. Walmart grocery pickup, $30 minimum. Restrictions apply. If you're unhappy with your order, contact customer care for a refund.
Not a big summer guy. Too hot. Not a big winter guy either. Too cold. My favorite season? Safety season. Because it's every season. 24/7, 365. For all things safety, I trust Grainger. Grainger's safety experts have the safety solutions and expertise to help keep your facility safe and your people safer all year long. Seasons may change, but Grainger's always got your back. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by for all things safety. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Valvoline is your motor oil brand with a dedicated engine lab. And here, we test everything. We test seal conditioners to keep older engines from leaking. We test detergents to help reduce soot. We test additives that protect against wear, increase fuel economy, and fight carbon buildup. Why? Because we won't settle for being less than the best. You shouldn't either. Valvoline, trusted for 150 years. Go to O'Reilly Auto Parts now and get 5 quarts of Valvoline plus synthetic high mileage with Max Life technology and a filter for just $34.99. See store for restrictions and details. Hurry in during the Ram Summer Clearance event to see why more people are switching to Ram than ever before. It's because the new Ram 1500 has more power with an available heavy weight and best-in-class V8 towing. It's no wonder why the Ram 1500 is the most awarded truck in America and the 2019 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. So no matter what you need more of this summer, make sure you hurry in for great deals during the Ram Summer Clearance event. Well-qualified returning FCA employee lessees get a low mileage lease on the all-new 2019 Ram 1500 McMoon Crew Cab 4x4 with a V6 engine
life insurance, log on to nbpwealth.com.
The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere. Brought to you by the LaFontaine Automotive Group, the family deal.
Carson Anderson coming up at 10 o'clock. It's the Jamie and Stoney Show. Jeff Rieger in for Stoney, and it's time for news with Heather A. Park. She of the 65-degree house. Heather?
Only at night. Only at night.
Oh, yeah. 65.
Not all day. Not all day.
Not all day.
All right, so some punk thieves in Chicago. They have to be punk, right?
I was going to say.
I mean,
not just thieves.
Yeah, punk thieves. They stole $9 from this little girl who was having a lemonade stand. All right? That makes them
punks then.
Yeah, for sure. And the cops ended up getting involved and ended up rewarding the little girl with hundreds of dollars. So this young girl, 11 years old, was actually having a lemonade stand to benefit Feeding America. So she wasn't even trying to earn money for herself. She was earning money for a charity when these punk thieves stole the money. Now, her father got involved and made a post about it on, they have like a community webpage where, you know, neighbors can see the post.
Like
and
next door or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And he made a post about it. So, you know, some people took notice, and one man said, hey, how about she gives it a try again? We'll put her in a busier area so she'll get some more traction at this lemonade stand. And, of course, someone in the police department took notice, and basically a whole slew of police in their car with the lights flashing came pulling up and bought a ton of lemonade, and she made hundreds of dollars. Yeah.
So how old were the punk thieves?
I didn't say, but I don't know. Punk thieves would probably be about 15 years old,
15.
right?
Maybe they were hungry.
Hungry?
She was raising money for,
I guess. Possibility. $9 though. I mean, that's way to go.
Yeah. Don't rob a lemonade stand.
Not rob a
If you're
lemonade.
going to rob something, don't go after a lemonade stand.
What should you go after?
I was going to say, what do you recommend?
A bank?
Oh, that's Heather Park, everybody.
You know, go bank. I don't know. Go somewhere with a lot of money. Don't rob a lemonade stand where
bank.
Kids are charging $1 for a cup of lemonade. You're probably not going to hit the jackpot there.
Yeah.
All right, so a woman in England found a bunch of really weird symbols written in chalk outside of her home. She thought it was very bizarre. She took a photo of it and posted it online, and some people started to tell her that, hey, these might be burglars, and they're just marking the homes that they've already hit. And she started to get really freaked out, like, oh my gosh, there's a punk thief on the loose. And it ended up being little kids drawing in chalk. They were drawing butts. One of the moms saw her photo and was like, dude, this is not a thief. This is not burglars. This is our children. They just discovered how to draw a butt, and that's what they did. So basically, they were circles with a big line. You're right.
Gotcha. Well, hey, young artists at work. Now, are they punks as well in your mind?
No, they are not punks.
They're not punks, even though they're drawing butts on people's homes?
No, I kind of like, oh, not on the homes, on the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk,
I'm just curious, what kind of burglars would actually use the chalk? Like, what would you call them? The chalk bandits?
Yes.
Like, how would
Exactly.
it? Well, you know what? There's a gang of burglars going around, and they mark every house with
The
chalk.
butt bandits, yeah.
Do they still do that in modern, you know, where the parking cops will mark cars with chalk on the tire?
Oh, to see if you move?
Like with a 2-hour. Well, you never do that before?
I've never heard
That's how they know if you moved or not.
Yeah.